Good boy. Stay. Good morning, YouTube. What's up, guys? So, happy Monday. It's Monday morning. I know it's disgusting outside. We actually got hit with another northeastern. Fortunately, it's not as bad. It actually stopped snowing already. No wind. I don't know about the wind, but Mother Nature's kind of crazy, right? Like yesterday was like amazing, beautiful Easter Sunday, and today it's actually pretty gross outside. There's snow. It's cold. Today's actually pretty much the first Monday of my vacation. I'm off work this week, so I'm gonna take the time to relax. Last night, after all the coffee I had and client check-ins and showering late and cleaning up, I was exhausted. I pretty much stayed up till like 3, and I was just watching a little TV and I fell asleep on the couch. I pretty much went upstairs, went to bed when Maggie went to work, and my eyes were on fire and I went back to sleep. So I weighed myself this morning when I did go upstairs just to get a more accurate scale reading. 161.2. Not a new low, but I went down, so that's pretty good. So today I'm gonna have a start off pretty late. It's like 10 a.m. right now. First things first, as always during contest prep and just any coffee lover, gonna have to brew some coffee. Today I'm gonna switch it up because my carbs actually got dropped. So I'm currently at 325 carbs starting today, and I believe 65 grams of fats. So just gonna play around. It's still pretty high, so I can still have my staples, but I have to make a little adjustment. So I'll probably take something out. Defrosted some chicken breast, so I'm gonna throw that into the slow cooker. That's pretty much gonna be protein for the week. I'll probably defrost some fish as well to get some protein in. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have. Yesterday I had 3 servings of Fruit Loops, but today I think I'm just gonna have 2 servings because carbs went down 25. That's pretty much 1 serving out the window. So see how easy that adjustment is. So after that, I'm probably gonna go to the gym. Let's see, when am I gonna go to the gym? I know Maggie wants to go to the gym today. Usually I go if I know ahead of time that she's not going. What I would do is I would go to the gym without her. So I'll go like around 1, 2, but since she wants to go today, I'll probably go around 6 because today's lower day and it's a 5x5 heavier day, which I don't know if I can do it. I'm still very sore from posing class. My glutes, my legs, my quads, and especially last night when I was posing, when I was shooting the posing footage for you guys, I was burnt. My body was really like beat up. So what I'm gonna do is just really see what I can do and just do what I can. So I'm not gonna go crazy, but I'm gonna try to push as hard as I can just to, you know, force the muscles, try to burn some calories. So I'll probably go around like 6 by the time I warm up and do some other stuff. So hopefully by the time I'm done with the compound movements such as deadlift and squats, Maggie can come meet me there. So it'll be pretty exciting. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, also I have a lot of things to do for the house. I gotta pick up the place. I told Maggie I would vacuum the place, cook, put some stuff away, you know. So yesterday was a nice day. Got to relax, do some work, but today's other work I'm gonna do today. Yeah, so I'm gonna make the coffee now and I'll be right back. Oh yeah, so 5 servings of egg whites. I'm officially on my last carton of egg whites, which means that I have to do some food shopping this week. So I have a lot of protein and stuff in the fridge, but I like to have some egg whites just in case to fill in my protein, actually, to fill it in, because sometimes all I have left is protein and I don't have anything lean enough to fill in the missing numbers. So I would just have some egg whites to kind of enjoy it. But one thing that I really need right now is to get myself hydrated. And what happened is I've kind of been on that Crystal Light fix again. I've been on the lemonade flavor for a long time, like probably like a year. But we actually went to Target and this is the new flavor that we got. It's the peach mango. I'll show you guys. Peach mango green tea. This stuff is bomb. Maggie and pretty much everyone that tried it loves it. So what I do is I just pour this into the gallon, to my gallon jug, and it's gonna keep me hydrated for the day. Gotta think ahead, guys. Breakfast is finally ready. I finished prepping the chicken. It's already cooking. Coffee, 2 servings of Fruit Loops, 5 servings of egg whites, 1.5 servings of Formula 1, and Crystal Light. Time to eat. It is now, let's see, it's 11 o'clock. Time to eat. All right, so now it's 2:15. Walked Vinny not too long ago. Drank another cup of coffee. I'm tired. I'm pretty exhausted. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to the gym at 6 tonight, so it's almost time to eat. My first meal was around 11, so I actually just planned out my macros for today. Totally almost forgot I changed my numbers because it's been such a long time, so I kind of forgot my numbers. So currently my numbers are 325 carbs and 200 protein and 65 grams of fat. So today's gonna be a great day because I'm able to fit in lots of snacks. This is gonna be meal 2. It's gonna be a real enjoyable meal too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably whip it up, show you guys what I'm gonna have. You guys are gonna be like, "Pooh." Here it is, guys. This is gonna be meal number 2. I have about half a serving of Coca-Cola. Got this whole bag to eat. Half a serving of jerky, 2 servings of Doritos, 1.5 servings of Munchies, and 1 serving of salt and vinegar. So I made it work today. I was able to fit everything in, and I actually hit the macros to the T with the fiber intake. So I'm gonna enjoy this right now. I'm gonna put on a movie, and just relax. Almost done with my snacks. Show's pretty interesting so far. It's like a different timeline of the Batman universe.
Why?
So I know I'm like 4 years late, but
do me a favor.
Gonna watch it now, right? Better late than never. All right, guys, it's about 6:15 right now, and I'm almost done vacuuming the place. I've been kind of procrastinating a little bit. I did the whole upstairs already. Just gonna knock out downstairs, and then I'm gonna eat pre-workout meal, and then walk Vinny, and then we're gonna go to the gym. Yeah, I'm actually kind of hungry. I weighed myself before, and I'm actually currently 162.6 right now. All I have left to eat is I'll probably have like 4 clementines, 2 rice cakes, 2 servings of cold cuts. What else? 2 ounces of chicken breast. I'll show you guys, and then just enough macros for when I do come back to have dinner. I do feel a new low coming in tomorrow, but we shall see. I don't want to jinx it, but be right back. It's pre-workout meal. I'm gonna have 4 clementines, a sandwich, 2 servings of cold cuts, 2 ounces of chicken breast, fresh out of the slow cooker, and 2 tomato basil rice cakes. And then I'm gonna get ready to walk Vinny, let the food digest a little bit, and I'm gonna go to the gym. So we haven't been to the gym this late on a weekday, so we don't know what to expect. But today's gonna be a heavy power lower day, so I'm just gonna have to push it and see how it goes. So I'm actually gonna bring the camera with me, so I'll see you guys at the gym. All right, guys, welcome back. It's been a long time since I've been doing a commentary workout. So here it is. Today's going to be a lower day session. And here we are starting off with our usual leg curls, lying leg curls. And again, when we do these, we're really just kind of activating our glutes, working out the hamstrings before we pre-exhaust them. So we're pretty much pre-exhausting our body for squats. So on schedule, we're doing 4 sets of 10 to 15 reps. So I really try to, as I mentioned in the past, I'm actually starting to really feel more of a better mind muscle connection when I'm doing these, because back then I would just feel I would just move the weight and not really feel it, but now I'm really feeling it. So that's always a beneficial plus. All right, so after our 4 sets, the next movement, we move right into barbell squats. And here I am, as I'm still lifting pretty heavy at this point of prep. I mean, this is considering pretty heavy for me, so I usually like to warm up into my acclimation. So today's agenda is 4 sets of 8. So I like to warm up with slowly a plate, 2 plates, and then slowly do 3 plates, because I like to see how I'm feeling that day, because we all know that different amount of rest, different stress, not eating enough training too early, it really impacts on our strength. So the 2 plates moved up pretty nice and smooth. So here next we're adding another 50 pounds. So here it is 275 on the bar. And again, this is still a warm up for me. I'm warming up just to see how my hips and my quads feel. And so far everything's pretty good. The session was pretty good. I felt pretty well rested because of the break. And it's just sometimes you have those good days and sometimes you have those bad days. But no matter what happened, we have to take over and just try our best to capitalize it. So after the 275, here is 315. And usually what I like to do is I like to go for at least 3 reps just to see what it feels like on the bar. And setup felt really good this week. Usually sometimes placement of the bar on me feels kind of uncomfortable, but today from lift off to walk out, everything was just very steady. It was very locked up great. So here I was pretty vertical. I would like to open my hips a little bit more, but this is definitely better than my other weeks. So that went pretty lovely and smooth. So I usually just sit down, rest a little bit before I move into my working set. And coming up next, this is going to be my first working set, the first of 4. And I added a additional 10 pounds on each. So this is totaling of 335 pounds on the bar. And again, within the sets, I tend to take a little bit longer break, especially on these compound movements, such as squats and deadlifts, because I am more lower body dominant, so I can push heavier. So that way, I find that the longer rest period pretty much benefits me more, as to when I do the bench press where I can't really push much. So here is the setup and walk out. Everything felt great. As you can see, everything's nice and tight. Everything just clicked that day. And let's see the first set going down. First rep. Boom. 1. Nice and clean. Taking my time with my breathing. Beautiful. And this one is pretty good because I've been trying really hard to really work on sitting back more and not extending my knees too much. And I really felt that today during this session I really made it work. So I was extremely pleased after watching this footage after my squat, after the first set. Here comes set 3. I didn't film set 2 because I wanted to just kind of play around to see how my form lasts after a couple of sets. So here comes the setup, and everything was good. Walk out, still nice and tight, taking time with the stance. Make sure to take that deep breath, tightening the core. 1, and it's pretty good again. I remember it. Usually when I do squat heavy, it tends to feel worse than it really. It tends to feel worse than how it really looks. Like, if you're watching this, you'll probably be like, Albert, you had a lot more in the tank. But trust me, while I was doing these, that was the last thing in my mind. I mean, on my mind, I was just aiming to hit 8, and I was praying around rep 6 or 7 that I make it out. So after this, we move forward onto sumo deadlifts. And again, for sumos, I also like to acclimate my sets just to make sure that, everything's firing correctly, especially after I squatted heavy. So here I am in the video talking to Mike, and Mike Pitt. He owns Team Pitt from Powerhouse Staten Island, and this guy is a beast. I mean, I've seen his progress, his competition photos from back in the days, from a few years ago, and it was amazing for a big guy to come in that condition. And he's worked with many great coaches. He's worked with Cliff Wilson before, and his athletes come in like super diced up. And again, he's one of those very very knowledgeable coach where like he doesn't just starve his clients. He really help his client achieve their goals and helping them reach their full potential. So he's doing it the right way, making sure that the athletes are training right, hitting the correct calories, and just not starving yourself and doing massive cardio. And one thing I really enjoy about this gym is that, everybody's very close and supportive. And again, Mike is a competitor, and he's have lots of experience. So he's really just telling me giving me pointers on what I can do to really bring out my best physique, to really improve on my posing, and just basically telling me about different federations that I can join, because I've always wanted to do a NGA show, but never had the chance, unfortunately, because due to timing of the WMBF shows. But this year, I will be competing in the NGA as well as WMBF Hercules. And again, the warm-up set felt really nice. It was heavy, but everything was going up pretty smooth, and that's what I'm aiming for, making sure that I'm not leaning too front or sitting too low. If you guys recall from the last few lower sessions, I told you guys that I really wanted to bring up my hips a little bit and just really start shooting from the hips and not sitting down. So that's something I'm always working on, because I feel like no matter how good you are, you can always, your form can always come out cleaner. So just be patient, always go back to basics and just slowly chip away at it. And one day it's just going to get better and better. So the set's actually feeling pretty good. I really like the way that I was really taking my time. I was taking my time resetting, and I was really taking my time breathing and just not rushing anything. Alright guys, so here comes 475. And this is going to be, I believe, a grinder, as I'm dieting this deep into my prep, and I'm really surprised that my strength is still up there, because I remember all the weights I'm pushing now for higher volume. It used to be my 85%, meaning that I used to do lower frequency. So to see myself still holding on to the strength and still being able to pump out more reps without being injury free, it's just I'm very grateful, because not everybody can really sustain this much energy, and especially for me. So that's something for me that this time around I'm really noticing that my strength is still there, most of it. So I'm happy about that. And again, just really taking my time within each rep, slowly chipping away at it. It really made a huge difference this time around, and my hips were still pretty high. So that means I'm actually getting a little bit better, and I'm sticking to the goal. And the next set, again, I try to switch up the angle a little bit, so that way that I can reassess to see how my technique is. So I usually like to move the camera around, because I want to see from pretty much every angle, because sometimes it might look good from a specific angle, and I always want to make sure that my hips are good and I'm doing it the right way. And again, one reason why I'm really filming this is because a year ago, around this time, I pretty much strained my tailbone, and I was unable to squat or deadlift for about a month or two. And it's funny because, whenever an athlete gets hurt, they tend to try to make a comeback quickly, as soon as possible, not trying to miss out too many days. And I remember telling myself that I don't want to take 6 weeks off, and I tried to rush the recovery, and I ended up taking about 6 to 7 weeks off anyway. So one thing I learned: be patient, and you rather come back 100% than come back at 50% and risk injuring it again. So I tend to have a ritual before each set. I tend to kind of go through the motion a little bit, just to make sure that my hips are firing, and I pull on the bar and I tie it up and I just shoot up. Again, there's a little bit of rocking here because the weight's a little bit heavier, and it's still better than what it looked like a few weeks ago, but again, it can still be better. The steady pace has been good. As you can see, I'm starting to feel fatigue, and it's normal to feel fatigue. So sometimes I know I see a lot of people beating themselves up after not feeling 100% throughout the whole entire workout. But the truth of the matter is, after lifting hundreds and hundreds of pounds, doing multiple sets for multiple reps, your body is gonna feel taxed, and it is okay to feel weaker and fatigue. And sometimes when that happens to me, I have two options. Well, actually three. I can take a longer rest, or I could back down the weight a little bit and try to bump up a extra rep or two. Or sometimes if I'm feeling really, really, really fatigued, sometimes it's actually smarter to just kind of like taper off the set. Like, just try to do as many as you can, but not wreck yourself, right? Because since we're already feeling fatigued, we're pretty much overworking the body. So that's definitely something I've learned within this prep where I don't always have to stick to the plan. I could deviate from the plan a little bit or slightly, but still work my body hard enough to get a great workout. So most of the time, the building phase, the recovery phase, that's the goal. That's the important time where you're really refeeding the body, where you're really recharging yourself. So for all those people that always talk about going 110, 150% at the gym, don't stop until you're throwing up or fainting. I understand the mentality of going hard, but I just focus more on recovery. I believe in coming back the next day and going harder the next week. So as you can see, I'm finishing up my last set strong, and everything was actually pretty good. So after an awesome squat and deadlift session, we move into leg extension, and here we're doing 3 sets of 15 reps. And here I'm really focusing on connecting my mind with the muscles. As you can see, my quads, they're really being worked, and I'm really squeezing them really hard at the top, and I'm flexing them and stretching them at the bottom. So again, the 15 reps, it's not a lot of weight, but if you're squeezing it and just really pushing hard, they're actually killers. So I'm supposed to be doing hip thrusts with the barbell, but however, one thing I've noticed within the last 2 years at the Brooklyn gym or at the new gym, it's sometimes it's harder to get a barbell and a bench to do hip thrusts. So I've been really just subbing that out with the cable hip thrust, and again, I just focus on stretching the glutes and the hammies, and I'm making sure I'm squeezing and tucking my glutes in really hard and tight. Got to keep it juicy, guys. Alright, so pretty much at the end of the night, the gym was about to close down, so I felt pretty pumped, and this was the day after I went posing with Ian Mercer. So here I am just trying to play around with the lighting, practicing my posing, and as you can see, I'm looking pretty full still, looking pretty good, pretty decent, and the posing is getting a little bit better, but I definitely need to work on it, and I still need to shave off a few pounds just to bring out my glutes, just to make sure I come in harder. And again, the first show is going to be on May 12th in New Jersey, and we'll see what kind of package I'll be bringing for a warm-up, and the main show will be on June 16th. And that'll be all for today's gym session and for the commentary, and thank you guys. So if there's any feedback, please leave it at the comment section below. Thank you guys. What a workout, right, baby? Right? So it's like 10:15. Finished everything. Exhausted. Dead. Gonna go home and eat now. But the compound movements, the 5x5s felt amazing. My deadlift form actually got a little bit better. A little bit. So I'll show you guys. See you guys back at home. Vinny!
Where are you going, huh?
Alright, we're back home, fellas. Time to eat dinner. And it's gonna be a pretty depressing dinner. Depressing dinner. Very depressing. I only got chicken, asparagus, and rice cakes. Vinny. Vinny. Hi. This guy right here is eating better than me. Got the chicken breast on his food. This guy's funny. Look at him, Vinny. Alright guys, finished eating. I'm about to just walk Vinny now, come back, clean up the dishes, take a shower, just hang out with Maggie for a little bit, and go to bed. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good night. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.